Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game, bringing you a review of Codinca from Backspindle Games. Now this is a little game that's actually a prototype copy. The full game is coming out at the UK Games Expo, which is the 3rd to the 5th of June, and they will also be running a tournament on Saturday the 4th of June. So if you are going to the expo, you might want to check this out on the Friday and then enter the tournament on the Saturday. So what is Codinca? Well, why don't we take it to the table? In Codinca, the first thing you'll need to do is set out the tiles as per the image on the inside of the box here. So here I've already done that, although obviously because these are prototype tiles, the colours don't actually match. The yellow should be purple and the orange should be red. Each of the players will then pick one of the colours. Because this is a symmetrical pattern, it doesn't matter which colours they pick. So let's say we've got a blue player and an orange player. Each player will then also be dealt 3 of these spirit cards and 4 of the key cards. Now the key cards will come in 4 different types, and you need to ensure each player is given one of each type. So you've got diagonals, squares, lines and corners. These are what the players need to make in order to win the game. And they will have different patterns of white and gold. For example, here's another corner one that is all white. As I am the blue player, I need to make the pattern using the blue tiles. On my turn, I may perform 2 actions and only 2 actions. The options of actions you can perform are to switch tiles and to flip tiles. So switching tiles would be switching the place of one of my tiles with another tile on the board that is adjacent, and diagonal does count, so I could do that. Flipping is simply turning over a tile to change it from gold to white or white to gold. It's important to note that there is an order of these to do them in. You can do a combination of them in any way, shape or form, so you can do 2 switches, but any switches must involve one of your tiles. Or you could do 2 flips, and one of those flips must involve one of your tiles. Or you can do a switch and a flip. It's important to note that you can't do a flip and then a switch. So let's reset the board here. So that is how you play a turn. To score, you would try and get a pattern. So let's say I switched this there and then this there, and that the opposing player didn't do anything to disrupt me in any way. I was then able to do, on my next turn, a double flip. That would then mean I've completed this pattern, and I would show the players this to demonstrate that I've completed it, and then put it face down on the table in front of me. So people are not certain towards the end of the game what patterns other people still need to complete. If I completed the pattern after my first of my 2 actions, that would immediately end my turn. Also, I can play a spirit card, and I can play these at any point on my turn. The spirit cards can be used for one of 3 things. Firstly, they can all be used to either move a line of tiles, so I can move a line like that, and then the one that comes off goes to the other end, or to rotate a group of 4 tiles. So I could rotate this group here. You can rotate between 90 and 180 degrees in either direction. The other thing each can be used for is unique to them, and that is what's on the other side. You can play the spirit card so that it points at one side of the board, and then you would change flipping all of the tiles so that it matches the pattern there. So for example, I would flip all of these to be white So would these, and all these middle ones here would flip to be gold. So that is how you play the game. You go back and forth, taking turns, flipping and switching tiles until one person has made all 4 of their key patterns. Once they've done that, they have won and the game is over. That is Codinca. Well, what do I think? Normally I would start with the artwork. Okay, we've got artwork here on the box, but it's pretty much just a basic forest, then pictures of the tiles. It's not too surprising. This is an abstract. There's no real theme or artwork to speak of. The design of the tiles here, well, I can't really talk much about these because these are prototype tiles. The cards, however, are, as far as I'm aware, finished. They're perfectly fine, nothing special. So what about the gameplay? Well, it is kind of your typical abstract game. It is very simple in concept, but very deep on strategy. It's interesting the way this game scales, though, because when you play with 2 players, you've got the same number of tiles, but half as many people as a 4-player game tugging at those tiles and manipulating them. So the game has a very chess-like feel with just you and one other person kind of doing one thing, doing the next. I like the addition of the no reversal rule, or as I like to call it, no backsies. I think that's a very good addition. It stops it going, oh, well, you just undid what I wanted to do. I'll just do it again. And it keeps it fresh, and you've got to find a way around that. It is a very quick game. It's a very enjoyable game. Is it one I would have added to my collection anyway? Probably not, but that's largely because I'm not a big fan of abstract games. There have been a few that I have played recently that have really been fantastic and blown me away, and this is definitely a lot better than many abstract games I have played. I do really enjoy the strategy in this. I just wish there was more to it, a theme or more going on. The simplicity of play that makes it so approachable to so many different people is in a way what turns me off of it. I want something meatier and more complex. And as I say, there's definitely complexity in the strategy, but in the number of options presented to you each turn, that's where it falls short on that complexity for me. But you may love it, so why don't you take a look? As I say, if you're going to the expo, it'll be the perfect opportunity. Backspindle will be there, they'll be demoing the game, and if you really like it, you'll be able to enter the tournament on the Saturday. So I do hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I do hope you found it useful. Of course, if you have, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family, as well as also checking us out on social media. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.